Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. The Curse of Oak Island. More evidence of Spanish conquistadors and Portuguese sailors emerges on the island. The Curse of Oak Island team has found fresh evidence that points to either Spanish conquistadors or Portuguese sailors having visited the island and depositing a quantity of gold treasure. Things on Oak Island have been hotting up recently. Despite the Nova Scotian authorities telling them to cease operations in an important part of the island, the team has been making some really significant finds, mostly involving gold in the Money Pit area. And recently, they came across some ancient gunstones and got some fascinating expert analysis. A couple of weeks ago, metal detectorist Gary Drayton was wandering through Lot 16, near the swamp, when he happened to spot a little round stone ball. The eagle-eyed Gary noticed immediately that it appeared to be an old gunstone, kinda like a mini cannonball fired from ancient small cannons. At the time, he tagged and bagged it for future study. On last night's episode, the team handed it to Dr. Ian Spooner for his expert analysis. His first thought was, it's not natural. His second thought was, this is not from here, which means they need to find out where it came from. The other guys had noticed straight away that it was very similar to the gunstone ball discovered last year within the spoils pulled out of a borehole in the Money Pit area. The balls differed in color, but apart from that, they were almost identical in size, texture, and density. At this point, Ian suggested he take the two artifacts to another expert who could identify their origin. Marty channeled his inner Captain Picard. Make it so, he told Ian. Later, the guys were joined by a video link to the war room by expert geologist Dr. Robert Rezide, who seemed to have all the answers on the stone's composition. He described the gunstones as olivine-bearing rocks with olivine gabbro and basalt, meaning they came from volcanic material. Rezide continued by confirming that the stone could not have come from Nova Scotia and was most commonly found in volcanic island chains. His best bet was either the Canary Islands, Spanish territory, or the Azores, Portuguese territory, both located on the eastern side of the Atlantic. More evidence of Spanish conquistadors. Gary was first to verbalize what everyone was thinking. Those islands are heavily associated with early transatlantic travel by both the Spanish and Portuguese empires, conquistadors. From the 15th century to the 18th, the Portuguese and the Spanish were constant rivals searching to carve up and loot the natural treasures and resources of South America. The guys have long speculated that a Spanish or Portuguese captain may have stolen and hidden gold on Oak Island to either keep it from their rivals or perhaps their own countryfolk. The chemical composition of recent finds of gold in the Money Pit has indicated that it was Spanish treasure with a South American origin. And recently, a historian told the team that they thought the cobbled stone roadway was built by the Portuguese. The Curse of Oak Island, a mystery that has captivated treasure hunters and historians for over 2 centuries, took another thrilling turn as more evidence of Spanish conquistadors and Portuguese sailors has emerged on the island. Nestled off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada, this enigmatic island has long been the focal point of legends, whispers of buried treasure, and tales of seafaring adventures. It all began in 1795 when a young man named Daniel McGinnis discovered a mysterious depression on the island. Fueled by local legends of buried pirate treasure, McGinnis and his friends began to dig, unearthing what would become known as the Money Pit. Over the years, countless excavations and treasure hunters, including Franklin D. Roosevelt, have attempted to unravel the secrets of Oak Island. Each endeavor unearthed tantalizing clues, but often ended in frustration or tragedy. Recently, the quest for answers has been invigorated by the discoveries of Rick and Marty Lagina, two brothers determined to solve the Oak Island mystery once and for all. Their dedication, chronicled on the History Channel's popular show, The Curse of Oak Island, has brought the latest findings to light. The recent emergence of evidence pointing to Spanish conquistadors and Portuguese sailors adds a new layer of intrigue to the island's storied past. Among the artifacts discovered are remnants of a 16th-century Spanish galleon, including ornate pieces of armor, navigational instruments, and silver coins bearing the unmistakable markings of Spanish royalty. These finds suggest that Spanish explorers may have visited Oak Island, perhaps in search of new territories or hidden wealth. The presence of Portuguese sailors is supported by the discovery of intricate carvings and symbols that match those used by Portuguese navigators during the Age of Discovery. These carvings, etched into stones and scattered across the island, include the distinctive cross of the Order of Christ, a religious and military order linked to Portuguese exploration. Additionally, pieces of pottery and navigational tools of Portuguese origin have been unearthed, further cementing the connection. These discoveries have fueled speculation about the island's role in the grand tapestry of history. Could Oak Island have been a stopover or even a secret hideout for these intrepid explorers? Was it a place where treasures were hidden, waiting to be retrieved by those who knew the secrets of the island? The possibilities are as vast as the ocean that surrounds this enigmatic landmass. Historians and archaeologists have been drawn into the investigation, examining the artifacts and historical records to piece together a coherent narrative. The presence of Spanish and Portuguese relics on Oak Island hints at a time when the world was being mapped and claimed by seafaring empires. These explorers, driven by the promise of riches and new lands, left their marks on history and now, it seems, on Oak Island. The island's topography itself offers clues to its mysterious past. The swamp, a key area of interest for treasure hunters, has yielded wooden structures and platforms that suggest human intervention. Could these be remnants of docks or piers used by Spanish and Portuguese ships? Or perhaps part of a more elaborate system designed to hide and protect something of great value? The infamous Money Pit, with its complex system of tunnels and flood traps, also comes under renewed scrutiny. Some theorize that this ingenious engineering feat could have been the work of skilled Portuguese or Spanish engineers seeking to safeguard their hoard from would-be treasure seekers. The placement of oak platforms at regular intervals and the discovery of coconut fibers not native to Nova Scotia hint at a global connection, linking Oak Island to distant shores. The search for answers continues, with each new discovery adding to the island's mystique. Theories abound, ranging from the plausible to the fantastical. Some suggest that the treasure of the Knights Templar, rumored to have been spirited away during the dissolution of the order, could be hidden on Oak Island. Others believe that the island may hold the lost manuscripts of Francis Bacon or even the fabled Ark of the Covenant. What is clear is that the curse of Oak Island endures, captivating the imaginations of those who dare to delve into its secrets. The evidence of Spanish and Portuguese presence adds a rich historical dimension to the mystery, inviting us to consider the island not just as a site of potential treasure, but as a crossroads of exploration and adventure. As Rick and Marty Lagina, along with their dedicated team, continue their quest, the world watches with bated breath. Each excavation, each new artifact, brings us closer to understanding the true history of Oak Island. The curse, it seems, is not just about the pursuit of wealth, but the relentless drive to uncover the truth.